So hey everyone, welcome to the AWS course. It's going to be a pretty short lecture, and we are going to see as to how to approach this course and how long each and every lecture is, and what do you do while doing this course, and what are the benefits that you get after doing this course, things like that. So let's get started. I just have one more slide. That's the maximum that I have written for this particular lecture, but don't worry, the other lectures are going to be pretty long in duration. So always start with the introduction, right? So to approach this entire course, you start with the introduction. You get to know as to what you're going to cover and what we are going to cover in depth for you. And in the second lecture itself, I have a way where you can download all of the course content as PowerPoint slides, all of my PPT slides. You will be able to download it. So and watch section after section. So we have divided this particular course into a lot of sections. So I would suggest watching it section after section. So therefore, after AWS introduction, you do have AWS IAM, and then after that you have S3 and so on. So we have ensured that we are building up on certain services, and then towards the end, you do have a lot of different use cases which are like architectural wise, which are pretty tough to implement, wherein you need to understand all of the services that you studied before that in order to go ahead and implement that architecture, right? So watch section after section, and take breaks in the middle, because these are some long webinars that were put together and recorded, right? So take a break after 10 to 15 minutes of theory, and then sit back and enjoy the rest, or probably finish all of your theory, and then before the practical probably take 10 minutes or 15 minutes of rest and so on. So I will leave it to you as to how you would like to do it. And some of these lectures are 1 hour in length. So the reason why I do have it as 1 hour in length is because I believe in studying at least an hour every day, right? So therefore, I would suggest everyone to do at least one lecture every day going forward, so that by the end of probably a month or two, you would have all of the knowledge that is there within this AWS course within my mind, and that's with you guys right now. So and take down as much notes as possible. But since you already have the provisioning to download the PPT slides, I would also suggest you to take some key points if you would like to, right? And this course is again not pertaining towards any AWS certification, because we record service after service. So probably at one point of time, let's say within the end of this month, probably by May 30th, you would have a lot of different services also added to this particular course. And we plan to keep it like that. And right now, tomorrow, when we are releasing this course, you're going to get it for, I mean, yearly access, where you will have at least 20 to 22 hours of content. And then towards this month end, probably you would have at least 40 hours of content, 35 to 40 hours of content. We are going to target service after service, but we are not going to go for any specific certification. But then you may think to yourself and ask whether this course is itself, if I do this course, will I be able to clear any certification? I would say obviously yes, because you can go ahead and look at any other certification course in the market, and you can compare their syllabus to what we are doing over here, and you can find out that all of the different services that they talk about, we do it at least one more level in depth. And you get all of the knowledge of that particular service when you're working with it, right? So I would suggest you to do a comparison and then find out whether this entire course, once you finish it, probably you'll be able to clear any certification which is on the associate level, I would say. And at the same time, you would also be able to do a lot of different use cases for your current organization, and you would understand most of the practicality of AWS, right? So it's not only the theoretical aspect that you're going to study, you're also going to do a lot of different use cases. So we do have a separate section towards real-time scenarios, as we call it, but those are use cases that you would generally find yourself within an organization, right? And it may not cover all of the use cases, but then some of the use cases from my career, the ones that I have faced, I have put it over there, so that at least this course is like 30% to 40% theory and has at least 60% of practical knowledge. And finally, this course is our team's hard work for the last 2.5 years in order to provide education for free for everyone. So we started off by doing guest lectures in colleges 2 years before, in 2017 and 18. And then we got the opportunity to go ahead and train industry professionals in the market. So people who are ranging from L1 support to project managers in Fortune 500 companies, we got that opportunity, and we were able to do that successfully. And 20 people have completed their certification because of us, and we have been providing education for free for such a long time, which is more than 2.5 years. And all of this course content, you do have access over this with the Teachable platform. It's a absolutely free course. So some of you who are thinking that whether this will be a free course at the start and then it will be a paid course later, obviously not. For lifetime, for this generation, for the next generation, for any other generations to come, this tradition will keep carrying on, and this, I mean, our hard work will always be there, and we will keep adding more course content. And we also, like how you guys, I believe that you guys should spend 1 hour every day doing one lecture or studying one lecture. We ourselves as a team believe that we are going to record one lecture every day, right? So in that way, you get a lot of content, you get a lot of knowledge, and you're able to crack interviews, right? So thanks a lot for your time, and thanks a lot for taking this course. This is all our hard work that's come into play over the last 2.5 years, and I hope it's being appreciated by you guys. I'm really sorry that the course lengths are, I mean, the duration of the course is pretty long, and even each and every lecture is nearly 1 hour in length. But it's all of the content that's there in my head that I've put in over there, so that you guys can benefit out of it. So you don't have to go to 3 or 4 different courses in order to get good knowledge. You can stick to this particular platform, and we will provide you with a lot of different course content on a daily basis. So thank you, thanks a lot, and have a great day. Everything that we get out of this is only happiness, and that's something that we want at the end of the day. So thank you all. Have a great day, and get started with the course. Thank you. Bye bye.